What's up, YouTube? This is your boy Des the King, back again with another video. Today, as you can probably see in the title, I want to talk about how going through things, going through pain, going through trials, tribulation, sickness, being uncomfortable, all these things that just don't feel good, that no one wants to go through, are they're necessary. It's necessary to go through pain and to go through drama and all these things, because if you're a believer, it makes you appreciate God, at least in my experiences. And I want to talk about that, for the next few minutes. So stay tuned, watch to the end. I'm not going to keep you long, but I feel like this will be a fruitful message for anyone that comes across this. So yeah, this is your boy Des the King. If you're watching this on YouTube, please consider giving me a like, subscribe, and comment below your thoughts on this. What is something that you went through? What's something that you're dealing with that when God brought you through that made you just appreciate your situation better? So yeah. Okay, quick thought, quick story. I've been diagnosed years ago with this condition called cluster headaches. And I started getting them way back when I was in high school. When I tell you that this is one of the worst pains ever that you can experience, it is one of the worst. If you Google it, they used to call them suicide headaches because the pain was so excruciating that people just couldn't deal with it, and they would kill themselves because the pain is so bad. And I haven't considered killing myself because of it, because of the pain. But let me tell you, it is the worst demoralizing pain that you can feel. It's like this. It's like someone just getting a needle and poking it in your eye and poking it all over the side. It's always on this side of my face, like right behind my eye and around my temple. And it just feels like someone poking a needle in my eye and on my temple, and then at the same time banging a hammer on the side of my head. It's just the worst pain ever. Worst pain ever. And I've been dealing with those for years. Now, granted, last year, 2021, I don't think I had a single one, and I thank God for that. But up until a few days ago, I've been getting them again, and it's demoralizing, man. And I hate it. And I cried. I cried to God, like, why are you allowing me to experience this? And it happens at the wrong time. Like this was last night. It's like 12 o'clock in the morning. I have to go to work in the morning, and it's like I'm laying in my bed with this splitting headache, and it lasts for hours, for freaking hours. And it's just the worst pain ever, man. I'm just laying in the bed crying to God, asking him, like, why are you allowing me to go through this? And I didn't hear anything back from that. But I started thinking, so I started thinking, like, why in the world am I going through this? And I started to think about the story of Job, and how Job was a righteous man. He was a good man in the sight of God, but yet he was still tried with all the things that he went through, and he was a better man than me. He was a better man than you, than most people in history. And yet God allowed him to experience worse than what I'm experiencing. He lost his family. His wife was talking all this crazy stuff in his ear. His so-called friends come around trying to probe him. What did you do to sin against God? Or what did you do and say against God? And it just made me think that if everything in our lives went perfectly well, Like your health is good, your money is good, your family is good. If all these things are going well for you, um, it may make you not appreciate God. You know, you may get to a point where you think that you don't need God anymore. You know, as crazy as that is. And it actually is not that crazy. It's actually not that crazy because, I mean, just me personally, I had moments when, you know, in my life, seasons in my life where things are going absolutely fine, like no issues or whatever, like especially with my health. And you can tend to forget God. You can tend to think that you don't need God, or not think about God because everything is going right for you. So I guess my point is that God sometimes allows these things like sickness, you know, drama, these bad things that happen in our lives. So when He brings us through these things, we remember Him and we acknowledge Him. Because I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been praying as much, you know, as I believe I should have been praying. You know, I pray in the mornings, I pray before I go to bed, but that's, you know, that's just moderate prayer to me. So, some people, that's all they do, but you know, I believe you're supposed to pray, you know, all the time. And when you get little breaks in your day, you should pray and thank God. And prior to the headaches that I was getting, prior to the headaches that I started getting again a couple of days ago, I wasn't really praying like that. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't praying. I wasn't consulting God like that. But ever since these headaches started happening, I started praying to God like way more. And when I will recover, when I will get better from these headaches, man, I felt so relieved to feel better. Like I felt like, oh man, I am so happy that that is over and I'm not dealing with that anymore. And I feel so much better now. Thank you, God, that I feel that you allow me to feel so much better now. And it just made me appreciate being healthy. And it made me appreciate, you know, having a place to stay, a bed to sleep in, a family that cares for me, the strength that I have, you know, the body that I have. It made me appreciate the little things way more than I probably would usually have if God didn't, you know, allow this temporary pain to happen. So I want to push that back on you, man. Just because when bad things happen to you doesn't mean that God is punishing you or that He's mad at you or upset with you. It's just that in His infinite wisdom, in His infinite and wonderful mind of His, He sees these little things going on, and He may allow a little pain, a little drama in your life, just so you can see for yourself where your faith lies. Are you only talking to God because everything is going good? Are you only praying to God when things are okay? I mean, I'm sorry. Let me reverse that. Are you only consulting with God when everything is going well for you, and when things are going bad for you, that's the only time you talk to God? You can't talk to God when everything is going good, when everything is going perfect, when everything is lined up, when everything is lined up for you. You can't talk to God then. See, some people only want God when things are going bad, but we need to commune with God all the time. We need to commune with Him when things are going bad, when things are going good, when things are going great, and when things are going worse. We need to commune with God all the time, no matter the situation. No matter the situation. And that's easier said than done, because, you know, life gets in the way. Things get in the way. The enemy throws distractions at us, and you know, we just tend to not think about God like that, and that's not good. But there's a purpose to the pain. There's a purpose to the pain. There's a purpose to the discomfort. There's a purpose to all of that, and I thank God like I said, I think God allows these things to happen because He wants us to remember Him. He wants us to remember Him. It's hard to appreciate the good if we never went through anything bad. If we never went through anything bad, it's hard to appreciate health if you've never been sick. And let me tell you, man, these migraines are, I can't describe it. It's the worst pain ever. But I am thankful for the experience of those painful nights, because when I think about you when I think about my situation now and dealing with all that, I'm so thankful for health, man. There are people out there who are really, really sick, like all the time, and they don't recover, or they're never going to recover, and it's just a sad thing, man. It's a sad thing. But there's just people who had everything going well their whole life, and they don't know what pain is. They don't know what stress feels like, because they always been good their whole life. So when that painful moment happens, they don't know how to react. They're like, oh, they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. So my hat goes out to Job for having all that, having gone through all that, man. He didn't curse God, and God ended up returning double or some portion of what he lost throughout all that, So I guess, the moral of the story is that we need to be thankful no matter the situation that we're in. I tend to thank God for the pain. I thank God for the health. I thank God for the comfort. I thank God for the discomfort. I thank God for the good. I thank God for the bad. Just thank Him for the experience. Thank God for the experience of life. Thank God for every experience, good or bad, because there's a lesson in it. There's a lesson in it, and it can make you just appreciate the moment, and just appreciate life, appreciate health, appreciate your family, appreciate where you're at in life. Because I always say this, man, because things could be worse. I know that's a cliche thing to say, but it's true, man. It's true. There's someone going through it worse than you, and that just helps me. That may not help everyone, but that helps me deal with a lot of stuff. Thinking about how your neighbor could be going through something worse than you. And yeah, man, and yeah, God will sometimes allow you to go through this stuff, so to help you gain perspective on, how it could be the other way. It could be the other way for you. And yeah, man, and the story of Job is just so powerful, because it shows, man, it doesn't matter how good or how bad you are, man. The trouble can just find you, no matter who you are. And sickness and despair, all these things can just find you out of nowhere, So to go through a little sickness and to go through a little pain and make it through that, for me, and maybe for someone else out there, it helps you appreciate things more, in my opinion. But I want to know your thoughts on that. What's something that you went through? What's something that you have dealt with that, looking back on, you're happy that you went through that, because it made you a better person? It made you appreciate how things are now. I want to just comment that below in the comment section, and let me know what you think about that. But I hope you enjoyed this video. It was on my heart to make it for a while now, but I hope you enjoy it. Comment below your thoughts. Follow me on Instagram. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I hope this blessed you. I hope it helped you out. And I will talk with you guys soon. Peace.